What's up, everybody? Josh or Miho here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Full of Hell, entitled Rudiments of Mutilation. This is released on A389 Recordings. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they're based out of both Maryland and Pennsylvania, and honestly, this is one of those kinds of bands that has a style and sound that's so unique, you probably wouldn't even need to give it a genre tag. Um, in a realistic kind of setting, to me, this band is a hardcore band, but they incorporate so much more elements of music that it's, like I said, it's almost hard to describe them because you also have your elements of punk, harsh noise, power electronics, even verging into more metal territories like death metal, black metal, uh, crust, sludge. This band has so many ideas and thoughts going behind it, and I honestly thought this band executed it well when I first heard their debut, Roots of Earth Are Consuming My Home. This album took me by surprise. I was not expecting it to rule as much as it did, but it did, and it had a lot of great things going for it. Amazing lyrics, awesome destructive vocals, great musicianship all the way around. This was a barn burner of a record. And my respect for this band definitely climbed when I saw them live last year. I saw them on their tour with Code Orange Kids in Gaza back in December of last year. And wow, their live set was just crazy and nihilistic. The singer was just walking around all over the place, being spastic with the microphone in his hand, just being depraved and crazy, while the musicianship in itself was just outstanding, loud and noisy. Probably one of the noisiest live sets I've ever seen, but I say that in the most complimentary of ways. I really, really enjoyed their live set, and they were amazing. Now, all this time, we have their sophomoric effort entitled Rudiments of Mutilation. It's 10 tracks, and it clocks in at around almost 27 minutes in length. And once you get past the feedback and harsh noise elements of the opening track Dichotomy, which is basically just that, harsh noise and feedback, all with the vocalist screaming words, you get onto the true grit of this record. And this is definitely something that makes Rudiments of Mutilation definitely a contender for my top 20 list this year. Not only do I think they exceed the expectations, but I definitely think this is a major, vast improvement over the first album. The guitar work on here is very, very maniacal. The riffs are just crazy, very heavily down-tuned, but the way that it's played, it just sounds awesome. Like I said, the riffs are just chaotic and all over the place. Mainly the first couple of tracks, Vessel Deserted and Coven of the Larynx. The riffs on those tracks are just stunning. Very well played, very superior guitar work being done here, and it definitely makes you pay attention throughout the entire record. The bass tone is near perfect here. I love the way that it's played, the way that it's executed, the good tones that it has. It's loud, it's audible, it's gritty, it's nearly dissonant. I love the way this bass guitar sounds. I want to say on the track Throbbing Lung Fiber. I think you hear the bass tone perfectly on that track, and it definitely is a very important catalyst throughout this record. But yeah, the guitar and bass work is just top-notch. I love it. Drum-wise, the drums are killer. The drums maintain two different kinds of speeds, very fast, spastic, and chaotic, very Latin on blast beats and solid beats and everything else. Very nicely done drums, and even to the more mid-paced, slower kind of songs, like I want to say the track "The Lord Is My Light" and "Embrace." You hear some great drum work going on with those tracks. The more methodical moments definitely stick out just as much as the faster-paced, crazier drum styles do. It is sensational. And vocal-wise, the vocals are just crazed and depraved all the way throughout. You hear high-pitched screams, throaty growls, very low-sounding growls, to even more spoken word kind of stuff. I can't put the tip of it of what songs have some spoken word elements, but those kinds of songs are definitely unique. It definitely makes you pay attention, and definitely more so to the lyrics. Going back to the tracks, Throbbing Lung Fiber, amazing lyrics, very painful, painfully descriptive. That's another thing I like about this album is the attention to detail that's being put into the lyrics. It is sensational, very well thought out, very powerful, hard-hitting lyrics. I love that about this record. So overall, if you are a fan of the first Full of Hell album, you will love this album a great deal more. If you are a fan of hardcore or anything that dares to be experimental or crazy or over the top, Full of Hell is definitely the band for you to check out. This band is for real, and this sophomore album definitely proves that. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say the opening track, Dichotomy, Coven of the Larynx. That's like a minute-long song, but it just is crushing. Throbbing Lung Fiber, The Lord Is My Light, and the title track. Just great, great stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you a link some links in the description box. First to the A389 Bandcamp, where you can currently stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, be your own judge, and buy it digitally if you care to. Also to the web store, where you can purchase a physical copy. I know when they made the announcement of this album, they came out with some limited pre-order vinyls, like I believe 100 in like 4 different colors, if I'm not mistaken. I believe those are sold out, but I think they're going to be having more vinyl being worked on in the near future. But I believe they have the CD and shirt stuff there as well. So this is some sensational stuff, and Full of Hell are definitely for real. So again, the album is Rudiments of Mutilation by Full of Hell. This is released on A389 Recordings. Check this band out, and as far as the score is concerned, I'm going to give this a 9.25 out of 10. Definitely something to consider for the end of the year top 20 list. This is some awesome, awesome stuff. Support Full of Hell. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for joining my channel. And until the next time, Armijo out.